Hey, it's Ramcode here, and today I want to showcase some of the continued progress in my small idle mobile game. And in the last videos, I have discussed the basic concept of gathering materials. We have some kind of leveling system, we get some ability points. We can do both wood or stone. Wood have multiple categories, which will be based on unlocked based on our level, and stone would be similar. Now, a new functionality has kind of been added. I think it's new since last time, but every material now using lock to calculate a rare drop chance. And then, if a tool is required of a given rank, we can then unlock the ability to gain these rare materials. I'll show you shortly. And then for wood, we have very rare drops, for like some rare drops. I have some acorns and some leaves and so on. And for stone, the idea is that the stone is like the base material, but then have a higher rare drop chance, and stone is then going to be dropping some kind of metal base. So stone is going to be dropping copper. My sandstone is going to be dropping iron, and my marble at this point doesn't drop anything, but I think might be dropping tin in the future, which can then be used together with the copper to create bronze. And another new feature you might notice when jumping back and forward between these materials is that we have created a new pop-up that showcases AFK or away gains. So when I go back in the wood, we have this new pop-up saying you were away for 47 seconds. You then gained 4 XP and 4 wood. And this is also nice. In the later stages, when we get rare drops, we can then see we got like 100 wood, 1 acorn, and so on. This can either be closed using this button in the top right, or if in this case I'm using the mouse, but on the phone, if you just click anywhere on the screen. And one thing I think is kind of nice to notice is that we actually have the game progressing in the background. I don't know if you can see it, but the progress bar is still running, so it doesn't freeze the game, it just showcase what you gained since last. And then the next last feature, we have kind of like two paths of the game. We have these gaining areas, and we then also have these machines, which in my last video were just basic concepts, but now they actually have general functionality. And we then, at least I try to make kind of like a path for the game loop. So we need to create the sawmill at first, because the workbench requires planks, we created at the sawmill, and the chest requires both planks and sticks. We will then first, and just one thing to notice, I have a lot of materials, which obviously is because I'm in like a dev build, which is cheating with the materials. In real time, it would take some time to actually progress through all these stages of the game, but to showcase how it works, sawmill would be built, have a basic sawmill. The sawmill then, as a rank 1 sawmill, only uses wood, and we can then, for now, just create planks or sticks of wood. We can showcase what does it take to craft, how much wood do we have, how many sticks do we have, how many sticks do we craft each time. We can then craft sticks, and we can craft planks. And I'm just quickly going to be creating quite a few planks because we need the planks to upgrade our sawmill. So let's say we now have planks. Let's say we do have 50 planks. We then click on this material type and see the upgrade of materials needed for upgrading our sawmill to rank 2. So 1000 green wood was the next type, planks. And then build it. We now have rank 2. We now have these new arrows where we can then swap between our rank 2 and rank 1 like pages, which more or less means that our ranks define which material, which base wood material we are using to craft these items. So for now, for everything but wood, we just have sticks. So let's create a few sticks here. You can't remember exactly how much we need. And then look at the chest. We need another plank for the chest. Then using a few sticks, so 2 sticks, 1 plank, 100 stone. We then create a chest. And for the chest, I have then categorized all the materials based on like the base category of where it's from. So all the woods are showcased here. For now, I'm showcasing all the woods. In the future, I might hide the ones that haven't been unlocked yet. But it would also be a nice way to showcase all the basic sprites for the materials I've created so far. So wood, we have wood, green wood, firewood. According to eternal wood, it's kind of like a void material. Stones, we have stone, sandstone, and marble. For metals, we have copper and iron. For crafting, we have our sticks, as we just saw, and our single plank. So again, wood, green wood, firewood, eternal wood. And we're going to be matching all our woods, and our middles are all going to be like ranks, so rank 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's going to be similar for the metals, so rank 1 and rank 2. We had our red drops, as mentioned. We have our acorns, leaves dropped from wood, showcased shortly. We then have green slime ball, a green ball from greenwood, and some fire for now from firewood as red drops. And that's all the basic materials. All these materials can then be used inside our workstation. If we just create a few more planks, create a basic workstation. Inside the workstation, we then have these tool areas, like a pickaxe area and an axe area. And if we just remember from looking at the wood, for example, we saw that we have a rare drop chance of 1%, but we need a tool rank 1 to acquire or unlock this feature at all. So if we now think of wood, go into our axe area, you can see we have a workstation of tool rank 0. We have no bonuses. We can click on our axe to create the first version of the axe. Let's do the same thing for the pickaxe, which will then unlock if we go back into the wood. We can now see that we have rare drop chance still of 1%, but we can now see that we can actually drop acorns and leaves. And from our stone, we actually gain some copper. I don't know if this is a feature or if I will change it in the future, but for now, actually, the way gains are calculated when entering the material type. So even if we change the stats in the meantime in the machines, this would be gathering more based on these new stats. But we can then see that our rare drop chance is 10%, and we will get copper. And we get these points for leveling up of 2. We can put them into, I don't know if this is actually also a new feature, but we can click on these materials to actually see how much we're going to be gaining of XP, stone, rare drop chance an hour. And we can then in real time, but we can then say, okay, right now we're getting 360 XP and 720 stone. We add 5 points to speed. This goes up a bit. And for now, I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but for now we can just like redo all our points, which at least for testing makes everything a bit easier. Into luck. Now I have 11% chance for rare drops. We would then, to upgrade our tools, I don't know if this is like very intuitive concept, but I have then created these 6 upgrade areas. And we then need to upgrade each of these areas. We can then click on the tool to upgrade to the next rank. Each area then has some kind of material cost and some bonus. And if we just showcase, quickly go through all these areas. Say here we get some bonus, and we can then see them inside our materials as well. But let me just quickly do all the upgrades. I should have all the materials. And one thing to note is that because we're upgrading from stone and wood to copper and greenwood, if we first do the 3 first upgrades, it's gonna just graphically showcase that now we actually have the hit of copper in this case. When we then do the last 3 upgrades, oh, I actually need a lot of materials. Let me just quickly craft some sticks and some planks. There we go. We should then be able to get all the upgrades. We can now see we actually gotten quite a few bonuses, so some extra speed, some extra luck, and some extra precision. If we then click on our tool, this upgrade wasn't available before. We got all these like semi-small upgrades. We now need a few more sticks actually. And we then upgrade our tool. You can now see we upgraded both the handle and the material for the axe head. And all our upgrades kind of like reset, and we now have 6 new upgrades with 6 new bonuses. And this then kind of continues of multiple ranks using the different materials. So now it's going to be more focused on iron and firewood materials and so on. And we then slowly have this progression of building up our tool. We would now be able, if we had a higher level, also to gain the rare drop from our greenwood and so on. So that's kind of the progression loop I have so far. We upgrade our materials themselves. We get a basic XP for that material using mastery. For all the wood types using wood cutting level, we get some points which can then be added and easily removed. We can then showcase all the basic concepts of how much XP is gained, how much wood is gained, how rare drops are gained. And we can see these actually increase quite a lot, if we think from last time, by upgrading our base like tool for that specific material. And that is the basic concepts I have for now. So I hope you enjoyed this showcase of my progress for my little game. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I wish you all a wonderful